There we go. Welcome to my Facebook Live today. It is March 8th, and we have a lot going on in the world this week. Crazy stuff going on in the world this week. So I want to collect my thoughts. I've been looking at emails, and I've gotten several of them, and I thank you, Lewis and Doris, and I have probably a dozen people that have shared their concerns with me and some of the stuff that they're going through, and I can't do all of them. So I don't want you to feel like I'm ignoring you, because I'm not. What I would like to have you do is participate again by sharing with me on an email or underneath this video what you would like to have cleared for next week. So let's make this interactive. This has the ability to be worldwide. I see Katie in England and some of the others that are here. So I just want to acknowledge all of you that are here and participating, because the more that we get this energy cleared and neutralized, the more we have the opportunity to heal the planet from the inside out. So I'm Michelle Manning Kogler, as you probably already know, and I do a process called Quantum Soul Clearing. I've written a book about it. You're welcome to go online and look for that. And what I love doing is helping people clear the trauma so that they can show up in the world as their true, abundant, powerful, uninterfered with self. So today, I think what we're going to do is clear fear. I think that's one of the big ones right now. We've got so much. We went from being locked down and the frustration of quarantine to all this news of war and conflict, and now we're dealing with gas prices. But I kind of want to back up just a little bit, because we really haven't even addressed any of the trauma that all of us have experienced from over the last 2 years. And one of the big things is loss. It's the loss of our loved ones. It's the loss of jobs. It's the loss of a sense of security. We've had so much that we've lost in our, the sense of freedom, the sense of being able to just, go to the store freely, or go to a restaurant, or go to the movies. So there's a huge amount of loss here that I want to address first. And the energy of that loss creates immense grief. And that grief is completely that really hasn't been addressed very well anywhere, unless you're in counseling, and some of us are. So what I want to acknowledge for each and every one of you listening to this is the profound amount of grief and loss that you have experienced. And it doesn't matter what kind of a loss it is. It can be loss of pets, of loved ones, and some of our pets are our loved ones. But losses of jobs, like I said, and loss of the sense of freedom, and a loss of security, a loss of safety. That's a huge, huge piece of the puzzle here. And when we don't feel safe, then we're reactive, and we're in that fight, flight, or freeze. And there's a way that we show up in the world when we're in that trauma response and that stress response that keeps us from being able to act rather than react. And so it's easier to be led if you're in that fight, flight, or freeze phase. Say that fast 14 times. Anyway, so let's drop in, everybody. We're going to get centered. Take a deep breath in and release. And another one. And release. There we go. And I've done some preparation work for everybody so that we don't have to go through the whole prep to work thing. And you can, I'll put a link below where you can get your own copy of what I call prep to work, which clears the space. So, and that's free to you. That's no big deal. But yeah, all you do is click on that link, and then you'll have the link to use your own prep to work so that your space can be cleared multiple times a day. So let's ask our highest self. So as you drop down in and stay out of your head, just drop down into your body and feel. Connect with that divine core center, that essence of who you are inside. And give yourself the gift of this time, please. There you go. And let's seek, find, gather, and bind all of the discomfort, all the grief, all that sense of loss, the loss of safety, the fear, the anxiety that for many of us have been running for years, long before the last couple of years with quarantine and everything like that. And how that quarantine energy got really stuck in our fields. Let's find all of that energy. The uncertainty of what's coming next and the fear that that creates. Let's seek, find, gather, and bind all of that. There we go. And as you pull it up and out, I want to just picture a big blue cosmic dumpster, someplace that we can send all of this energy so it doesn't cross-contaminate with anyone or anything. We're just going to send it in there so that it can be easily cleared and transformed. So all of that grief and loss, all of that anxiety, all of the uncertainty, put it up and out into that containment field, away from you, and just feel it bubble up. And it's safe. You're in a safe place right here to allow it to release. So feel it coming up out of the cells, out of the molecules, the atoms and subatomic particles of your body, mind, soul, and being. And just let it float over there. Or you can toss it over there if you're done with it, whatever you want to do with it. But just picture it going over there somewhere so that it is locked away from you. And we're going to clear this out of your body, your energy bodies, your soul, your entire being, all of your systems, your ego and its systems, your mitochondria, all of their generations and all of their systems throughout all of your generations and their systems, throughout your proteins, environments, associations, and entanglements, throughout your personal and the collective consciousness, subconsciousness, unconsciousness, anti-consciousness. Throughout all personal, planetary, universal core operating systems. There we go. We're going to clear this throughout all bacteria, fungus, virus, proteins, parasites, contaminants, contagions, and pathogens within, on, around, and through each of us. Wow, feel how quiet that got? That was really cool. And we're clearing it through all of our DNAs, RNAs, chromosomes, genes, the trailers. Eliminating non-beneficial organisms and supporting and rebooting, rebuilding those beneficial and symbiotic organisms that our bodies need. And so all of these energies now, let's clear, transform, flash burn, purify, and sterilize it all back to and through all sources, and then purify and flash burn those sources so they never existed to begin with. And let's begin this download of peace and safety, security, ease, simplicity, comfort, resolution, remembrance, and remembrance in a way that is joy-filled, that is done with a sense of comfort and inner tranquility, that serenity of all is in timing, all is perfect, all is whole, all is well. There you go. Let's bring in, let's bring in all the support that's needed, all the resources and support that are needed at the time they're needed. So if you're looking for a new job, let's connect you in this essence of peace and security and prosperity. Let's connect you with the perfect employer. There we go. And those who have lost loved ones. Let's download that sense of comfort. It's another word here that wants to come in. It'll come eventually. But that essence of being soothed, of knowing that while, and I know this may sound trite to some, but they may be physically gone, but the essence of who that individual is still lives within your heart. And I believe that they also, the essence of who they are, their spirit, their being, whatever you want to call it, also lives on a different dimension. It doesn't negate the fact that we miss them, but often you can feel that person's essence around you. And look for a small sign. It can be a whisper, it can be any kind of, it can be anything actually. Most of you know I lost my mom, and she showed up at a Christmas concert sitting next to me, like, which was hilarious. And someday I'll tell the story. But I had to laugh because she was just so present, and it eased something within me because I had been grieving. I've just been grieving so much, and it was, I laughed. I absolutely laughed. It was hilarious, and it lifted something within my spirit. So allowing our spirits to be lifted, allowing that hope, the positivity, and just feel. I'm just going to broadcast some energy here that's kind of beyond the word frequencies, and so this is not coming from me. This is coming from source. So just receive this essence of peacefulness and well-being. We're going to download some soul salve. There we go. And then this is an opportunity. Right now is a time for you to ask for what you want, what you need. I call them antidote frequencies. So what antidote frequency do you specifically need? And you may not know the word, but just ask for whatever antidote frequency is required for you. Let's download, infuse, implement, and integrate all of these frequencies, clearing and removing all old limiting patterns and programs, replacing with these new frequencies and everything they represent at all levels, layers, and depths of our entire being. And feel as these energies fill your body, your mind, your soul, your being. Filtering through all the cells, the molecules, the atoms, and subatomic particles. Filling the bones, tendons, muscles, ligaments, tissues, and fascia. Flowing through your bloodstream and the central nervous systems. and the peripheral nervous systems. All of the neural networks within your brain and your spinal column, all of the organs and glands, every particle of your entire being, filling you so completely that your body can no longer hold these energies, and they begin to emanate out into the world, connecting with the other people, places, circumstances, events, and things that are fully aligned with who you are, who you're becoming, who you choose to be. And then let's activate, synchronize, harmonize, and optimize all of these frequencies and everything they represent. Let's integrate now and anchor them all in as functional skill sets. And then take a deep breath. Feel the essence of who you are expanding, becoming more of who you want to be, who you choose to be. We're going to do these weekly. Again, if you contact me, you can message me, you can write it in the comments below. I will be looking. You can email me, michelle@quantumsoulclearing.com. Just let me know what's going on with you. I want this to be a form of interactive clearing for everybody. And I know that there are some huge energies that are up, and I know that we've barely scratched the surface. So let's play. We've got an entire year together. We're going to do this more than once. As a matter of fact, we're going to do this every Tuesday at noon in Mountain Time, with a couple of exceptions for pre-existing appointments. But I really want to thank you for being here, and I want to acknowledge you for what you've been through. This has been crazy. This has been one of the most insane, disruptive periods in our human history in the last, since the world wars. So, and it's happened globally. The other thing I want to do before we leave here is to send light and peace and the energy of ceasefire to any war-torn area, especially right now between Russia and Ukraine. And as we send this frequency, just make sure it is not tainted with anything except pure peace. Seeing both sides put down weapons, come together in understanding. Sending love to the area. And send to both sides, please, if you would. Hate and discontent has no place here. There's plenty of that to go around. And as we send this energy, this this light and love and compassion and understanding, allow it to land not just on the people and the soldiers, but on the leaders, those who are spawning this conflict. As a matter of fact, let's kind of bell jar them in a frequency of light, shall we? And compassion and peace. Because this kind of conflict is not what we, the people, want. Thank you, everyone, for the service that you provide every day to the world in simply being the best that you are. We will meet next week again at noon Mountain Time, which is 2 o'clock Eastern and 11 o'clock Pacific. So have a great day. I love you dearly, and thank you again for participating. Take care. Bye-bye.